Here's Anderson. Now the pass to Ginobili. The dish to Duncan.
And you know what? Last season, Tim Duncan added another record to his growing resume. I mean, he passes Karl Malone as the all-time leader in double-double.
The free throw drops for Duncan. Well, no way to argue it. Tim Duncan, Clark, has been a winner his whole career. He's sharp mentally, and he's got the great tenacity on the floor. Only the greats have those qualities.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think media members still underestimate his will to win. You don't do what he's done without a real laser-focused approach. You know, you've got to like the fact that they're getting to the line, and on top of that, they're making their free throws in this half. That bodes well going forward.
The guards, Parker and Bellinelli. Duncan is out there with Caspi. And it's Anderson in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the San Antonio 5.
Well, Marco Bellinelli in this one. He's got 13 points, and 7 of his points have come on free throws, which is a big bonus.
And that bonus comes directly from hard, aggressive work getting to the basket.
And Fournier is checked in for the Spurs.
You know, interesting, guys, to illustrate Duncan and how he just wins. I mean, Spurs went 8-10 in December of 2014. That marked only the 3rd losing month ever for Tim Duncan.
With the success they've had rebounding basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far. Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Now here's Moutier. He feeds it to Foy. Screen by Fareed. Foy, the pass to Moutier. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And that stat you said about Duncan and losing months says a lot about both him and his team. I mean, he has been the leader of this Spurs franchise since day one and deserves all the praise you can give him.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for San Antonio?
Fellas, it's impossible to ignore what a good job they've done at the free throw line throughout the game.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
Well, perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Moutier. As you recall, at SMU for Larry Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead, so we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
Screen by Fareed. Right at the free throw line. They get it back. Hickson. Anderson with the block. And Fournier kicks to Bellinelli. No good from the low block.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Now, here is Ford. Shot off the pick. Here's Hickson. And so he draws the foul on the shot and trip to the line to shoot 2.
Looking at the numbers for J.J. Hickson, he's got 8 points and a steal.
That free throw good from Hickson. And just as J.J. Hickson seemed to be finding some rhythm in his career, Clark, last season happened. His production dropped like a rock.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, after 2 straight years where he was starting, last season he was asked to come off the bench. For J.J. Hickson, that just did not seem to be a good fit.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. It took him no time at all on that one.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And Mills kicks to Green. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Spurs lead by 20.
And getting back to J.J. Hickson, he's forever had the size and strength to get it done. His problems have always been that lack of discipline and an unrefined set of tools. I mean, unfortunately, last season highlighted those flaws.
San Antonio leading by 20. And Mills kicks to Green. And a miss there on the triple.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Talking about Hickson, every time you count him out, he surprises you with the streak of inspired play. And every time you count him back in, he puts up a dud. Hard guy to figure out right now. And, you know, Denver was not that good against the West last season, but they weren't as bad as you would have thought. Managed to get 19 wins against the rest of the conference, and we know how tough the West is, so that's not bad.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
The Nuggets trail by 20, and Boyd gets to Mudiay. Fareed outside. There's the pick. Pulls from the top of the key. That's short off the rim. Well, last year for the Nuggets, they were really searching, and they finished 12th in the Western Conference. So, Greg, they were 30 and 52.
You know, not a great place to be.
No.
I mean, Kevin, Denver never really had a shot at the postseason, but weren't good enough to line up a draft pick higher. And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Spurs leading by 18. Ginobili outside. To the wing right side. Misses the three. Denver's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And it's time for an injury report.
He said he's having back spasms and it's causing him a lot of pain. That is going to make things very hard on them in what is still a very young season. Hopefully, as early as it is, he has time to recover and help this team down the road. Guys?
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it. And we really hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it and better than ever.
Greg, I sure hope you're right. I mean, there are just so many uncertainties when it comes to dealing with injuries, though. Let's hope for the best.
And Mills gets to the
And tonight's very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Spurs.
Right, Steve, and they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, Clark, for them throughout this game.
No opportunity really to coast, although the score may appear that they did. I love the way they came together whenever things started to look bleak.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And, as usual, great numbers and a dominant display for Anderson. You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Evan Fournier comes in for Manu Ginobili. Good.
Jameer Nelson dropping a delicious dime there.
The Spurs shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. And Mills gets to Diop. Nelson outside. And there's Gallinari on the assist by Nelson.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Mills dishes to Green. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
We're slowing him down. Just some incredible numbers for Green. He's got 12 rebounds. He's giving them a lot of points from the free throw line.
And he's done a fantastic job, Clark, of just getting to the line, but also converting.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships, at Michigan State 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
And here's a little-known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love. If he's on your team, he can be an irritating goalkeeper, but continue to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
That free throw clip from Anderson. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Nelson kicks to Gallinari. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Dial, the screen. Mills passes to Dial. The feed to Fournier. And here's Anderson for three. It's off. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and an extra little bit of confidence.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game.
Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them points in bunches, and when they needed them. It's not always about how much you get, but when you get those points up on the board.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.